now on WRDE Coast TV.
It's a first alert weather day for the potential of severe weather. We're watching this line of storms now making its way through the eastern shore of Maryland and Delaware. Has a lot of lightning and heavy rain. I'll talk about the impacts and timing coming up.
It's day 2 of the Delaware State Fair. I'll tell you everything you need to know as you head out to the fairgrounds.
2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked. It was part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. What we know so far. A roadwork frenzy, lane closures and detours. We'll tell you all about it there in Milford. And fines increasing. Changes to the curfew ordinance in Dewey Beach could mean bigger fines for kids and teenagers.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Good morning. It is Friday, July 21st. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. Matt Pensick has the morning off. Welcome to Coast TV News Today. It started off as a calm morning. If you stepped outside already, you know that. Feels pretty nice out. That's not the case for much longer. It's a first alert weather day, so we'll send it over to first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He joins us with a look at your forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige. It is calm and quiet now, but it's about to get noisy with time as it is a first alert weather day for the potential of severe weather. I want to stress potential because nothing severe now, but lots of lightning along this line of showers and storms moving into the eastern shore of Maryland right now. Dover seeing some heavy rain down into the Oxford area and soon into Delaware as well. Now, I have been tracking these storms, this line moving south and east. If you live in Milford, 605, 617. Seaford is when you'll feel the effects of this. Milton, WRDE around 625. Salisbury around 638. So watch for vivid lightning, heavy rain, torrential rain for a time, and maybe some damaging winds as well. I do want to go back to that graphic if I can. That was a severe thunderstorm watch, and that is in effect until 8 a.m. for Sussex County and adjacent areas of eastern Maryland as well. After that line moves through, I think we will get a break through a part of the day, and then late morning, well, it's going to be warm and muggy still, so showers and storms into the afternoon, and then the cold front will start to sweep it out to sea as we go through this evening. So watch out for the heavy thunderstorms throughout the day, but the weekend looking much better. I'll have that forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Well, hundreds headed out to the Delaware State Fair in Harrington for day 1 yesterday. For many Delawareans, it's a yearly tradition they just won't miss. We want to make sure you make the most of it heading into the weekend. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in our newsroom. Heidi, thousands will be heading into the fair this weekend, and you have some information for all of them.
Good morning, Paige and Bob. I sure don't like the sound of that rain headed through because let me tell you what, I am so excited to head right out the door and go to the Delaware State Fair for the second day in the row. If you're like me, you're headed out the door this weekend, and I have some updates for you as we head into day 2 and over the weekend of the Delaware State Fair. Now, of course, if you were out there yesterday, you know that it kicked off and it goes all the way through July 29th. Admission costs $10 in person and $10.50 online for everyone 13 and older with discounts for younger children. Starting today through Saturday, there's going to be events after 11 a.m. and livestock buildings and shows will begin after 8 a.m. Most food vendors and buildings on the ground will open at 9 a.m. however. The biggest change this year is every person will have to walk through a metal detector before entering the fairgrounds, and that includes all vendors and performers as well. So be ready if you show up, you will have to walk through that. And of course, if you're headed out the door this weekend, there's several more days even after that to go to the Delaware State Fair, and we have all of those dates and times on our website, WRDE.com. Back to you.
Heidi, thank you. And you know, Delaware State Fair, so you were talking about some things people need to know though to keep updated. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. Well, I just mentioned one place where you can find lots of information about the Delaware State Fair as we head into the next 8 days, and that's on our website, WRDE.com. But I will say the easiest way for me to find information I have found is downloading the Delaware State Fair app on your phone. It's super easy to navigate. They've got schedules, discounts, food options, and more, and that is super easy to find on any app store. Back to you.
Heidi, thank you. We have some history for you now. The Delaware State Fair was started in 1920 in Harrington as the Kent and Sussex County Fair. Admission, get this, 25 cents for kids, 50 cents for adults. Though ticket sales, the fair received a net profit of $43.90. Ooh, imagine that. Today, the fair says yearly attendance is over 300,000, with the original 30 acres of land used for the fair expanded now to almost 300. The fair strives to be bigger and better than ever every single year. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's your favorite part of the Delaware State Fair? Let's take a look at those updated results. This is updated from our last hour. 30% of you saying the food is your favorite. Okay, I cannot argue with you there. Yes. 35%, that went up just a bit, saying the animals. Animals are your favorite. There are a lot of cool animals. The pig races are awesome. Just 3% saying games. That's probably because you love the live entertainment, the craft shows, the rides. Again, there's a lot to choose from. You can't vote wrong. So if you haven't voted yet, you still can. Head to WRDE.com or our mobile app. We'll continue to show you some updated results throughout the day. We have some breaking news from overnight. 2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked as part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. The China-linked hackers accessed the email accounts of U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns, as well as the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, Daniel Crittenbrink. Crittenbrink recently traveled with Secretary of State Antony Blinken to China. That's according to 2 U.S. officials familiar with this matter. The breach was limited to the diplomat's unclassified email accounts. Left and right, orange cones can be seen lining the streets throughout Milford. 4 major projects seen there, causing some lane closures, detours, and delays for people driving. DelDOT says it has to do all the work now for safety and compliancy, like repairing this bridge over the Mispillion River. But neighbors say this road work, it's just too much all at once.
I feel like if they would just finish one project before they start another one, things would get completed faster.
And DelDOT says projects like Route 113 and Route 14 are expected to be complete in the next couple of months. But some projects like the Mispillion Bridge, they're under repair indefinitely. A Salisbury man is dead after a hit-and-run crash. This was yesterday morning. The Salisbury Police Department saying officers responded to Route 50 and Boundary Road. This was around 5:30 in the morning. Police say 59-year-old Gregory Dennis had been riding a bicycle when he was struck, and then the driver drove away. According to the department, Dennis was taken to Tidal Health, where he later died. Those with any information about the crash, you're asked to call the Salisbury Police Department. That number there on your screen, 410-548-3165. Later today, Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to increase fines for kids and teenagers who break the town's curfew. If this is passed, the maximum fine would be increased to $300. It was $100. This would also increase maximum fines for parents of the kids and teenagers the same amount, but only after a child's first violation. This meeting will take place at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station at 3 p.m. Car fumes were up for discussion at yesterday's Rehoboth Beach Environment Committee meeting. Committee members discussed creating a new ordinance to cut down on idling cars and modeling it after a similar one in Newark. The goal of this ordinance is to address people who sit in their cars and leave them idling while doing things like eating, maybe waiting for passengers to get out and pick up takeout orders, or even waiting to pick up your children from school. They said they would consider factors like enforceability and vehicles that must be running for equipment to work, like police cars and refrigerated delivery trucks, but only if it's really needed.
I've seen if refrigerated trucks have refrigerated food inside and they open up the back gate, they pull out the food, they take it inside the restaurant or whatever, they're leaving the back gate completely open. So all that cold air they're supposed to be so concerned about, whoosh, right out the back end of the truck. So those people shouldn't be idling in order to preserve their food because they're not really thinking it's going to melt or anything bad within the 5 minutes that they're taking to make the delivery happen.
And if an ordinance is pursued, the committee is considering adding signs on the way into town to inform people that they can't idle. Wrapping up the week, a busy Friday on the campaign trail for GOP 2024 presidential candidates trying to chip away at former President Trump's significant lead as he deals with multiple investigations. President Biden pulling ahead of his predecessor in a head-to-head general election matchup and making the case that Bidenomics is working to reshape the economy. NBC's Chris Pallone shows us now how the race to the White House is panning out so far in the early stages.
Over the last 30 years in this country.
A little more than a month until the first Republican debate and a full court press from GOP candidates, the newest Quinnipiac poll shows it's still former President Donald Trump's nomination to lose. His competitors say a lot can change between now and the Republican National Convention next summer.
When you look at the numbers in the polls, I'm very comfortable with where we are.
Former Vice President Mike Pence among those who still haven't qualified for next month's debate in Wisconsin.
We've been setting record contributions online for the last several days. I'm confident that we'll get there.
I think I'm more likely to beat Biden. I think my record in Florida shows that.
Meanwhile, NBC News has learned Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is planning a campaign reboot, days after firing about a dozen staffers to cut costs. Aides say DeSantis will hold smaller events and focus less on his record in Florida. Thursday, hoping to break through on the economy with voters, President Biden argued in Philadelphia his policies dubbed Bidenomics are working.
Unemployment's down, but to the surprise of a lot of economists, so is inflation.
But the prospect of a Biden-Trump rematch has some voters and lawmakers considering the idea of a third-party candidate. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin attended an event with the group called No Labels this week.
If it's a matchup between Biden and Trump, I know exactly where I'd go. I would go with Joe Manchin.
With legal troubles mounting for former President Trump, opponents see opportunity on the horizon. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
And the latest poll shows in a head-to-head rematch, President Biden holds a 5-point lead over former President Trump. We still have a lot more news to get to this morning on CoastTV News Today. Still ahead, Wetumpka County Health Department rolling out a new Narcan initiative. How this program could save a life even if that person won't go to a hospital. And tomato trouble, how farmers say the weather is impacting the crop. But first, Maryland boaters, listen up, some changes on the Chesapeake Bay that you need to know about. That and more when CoastTV News Today continues.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, dodge the summer slide with engaging activities at Delaware libraries and swap blood for brew to save lives. Plus, protect your skin from the sun with holistic skincare tips. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
Fill your week with Wheel.
Everyone is invited.
It's Sweethearts Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 7 on WRDE.
Honey, where are you?
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, Royal Plus brings calm to the chaos. In disaster's wake, there's one call to make. Royal Plus.
Attention all beachgoers, Gateway Subaru is here to help you get the most out of your summer. With Gateway's large selection of reliable and adventurous vehicles, you'll be able to take on any terrain, even the sand. Leave ordinary behind and embrace adventure as you explore sandy beaches in style and comfort. Visit Gateway Subaru today and start creating unforgettable memories with your loved ones. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Party decor and more. The store that has all your party supply needs. Festive holiday decor. Game day team supplies. Balloons that are safe for the sky. Announcing a special surprise. And of course, something for every birthday year that flies by. Party decor and more. The only party store at the beach. Midway Shopping Center in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
It is 6:15 on our Friday morning as we're awaiting this line of showers and storms now making its way into Delaware. Our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel showing the threatening skies. And here's that line of storms holding its own, maybe weakening a little bit, but seeing the heavy rain around Dover, down through Greensboro, into Denton, American Corner. Watch for bursts of heavy rain and vivid lightning, and then extending farther to the south and west of there. If you live in these following cities between now and, say, 7 o'clock, watch for heavy rain and vivid lightning. lightning. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch for Sussex County, farther north, and portions of the eastern shore of Maryland until 8 a.m. So just be careful out there. Take it slow. Pack your patience. Strong to severe storms this morning, and we could see another round of showers and storms with a cold front later today.
All right, Bob, thank you. If you enjoy boating in Maryland, listen up. There are some speed changes that could impact you. The Chesapeake Bay is getting a temporary 6-knot speed limit along the western shore. The state of Maryland says that the limit creates a safety zone for the Bay Bridge deck replacement project. They expect the speed limit to be in effect until March 31st, 2026, with construction planned to be done the previous winter. The City of Milford is looking for volunteers to join its Park and Recreation Advisory Board and the Tree Preservation Advisory Council. The city says that the board reviews all park and recreation projects, programming, and expansions. The Tree Preservation and Advisory Council proposes tree-related policy, regulations, and standards. If you're interested, you can apply online the city's website. It looks like everyone in the studio better cash in those checks while we can, potentially. Google says it's building an artificial intelligence tool for news publishers that can generate headlines and articles. The tech giant claims it wants to partner with news outlets for the tool's news in newsrooms. Google says the idea is to help journalists enhance their work and productivity. The company does say the project is not meant to replace journalists. Amazon is bringing its pay-by-palm technology to Whole Food stores. The company announced Thursday the Amazon One Palm Recognition System will soon be in more than 500 Whole Food stores by the end of the year. Amazon rolled out the technology in 2020. It's currently available in more than 200 Whole Food stores nationwide. Still to come this morning, the intense weather it's negatively impacting tomato crops. What one farmer says he does to salvage the plant.
It is a first alert day for the potential of severe storms. Right now, we're watching this line of showers and storms, sub-severe, with lots of lightning and heavy rain making its way into Delaware. And we could be seeing stronger winds as well. I'll have an update on impacts and timing coming up after the break.
Broken down AC system? Horizon has you covered with same-day repairs and next-day installs guaranteed. Don't wait. Schedule your next service online in seconds. Call, scan, or visit us at horizonservices.com.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Ho, ho, ho! It's that time of year again to come celebrate Christmas in July at Jolly Roger Amusement Parks. Monday, July 24th and Tuesday, July 25th at 30th Street and at the Pier on the Boardwalk. Donate an unwrapped toy or make a $20 donation to the Marines Toys for Tots campaign and receive a 20% discount on all passes. We will have free Christmas performances by Circus Smile, Lollipop the Clown, Dastardly Dave the Pirate, and of course, appearances by yours truly. Don't miss out on the fun at Jolly Roger Amusement Parks.
100.9% classic country.
And that's close enough to perfect for me.
Still got time, I got to get away.
Tune to 100.9% classic country or download the app to listen anywhere.
No hot water, no problem. Just call Horizon Services. We're there same day with a brand new water heater and a professional fix for any other plumbing emergency. For all of your plumbing needs, call today or visit us at horizonservices.com.
It is 6:20 this morning on this Friday morning. That's a live look there on our Tidal Health cam. Ooh, we were talking about rain. It's either cloudy or it's raining way in the distance there. Can't really tell. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either one though, Bob.
Ominous.
Yes. That's a good way
That's
to
the
describe
weather
it.
word,
Yes.
Paige.
I liked the cold, the calm this morning. Now it's getting that ominous, spooky feel.
Yeah, but as we mentioned earlier, as long as you're inside, you're, staying in tune to the storms, you're fine. You'll be safe that way. And another way to be safe is to download the WRDE weather app. You can scan the QR code right there, get the camera on your phone, hold it up to that QR code, and boom, you'll get a link, and you'll get the app. And on interactive radar, you'll see this line of storms moving through, holding its own, maybe weakening a hair, but Dover's seeing the rain, Riverview back through Harrington right now, American Corner, Linchester, farther down towards Linkwood, Bucktown, also seeing the heavy rain. It'll be brief, probably about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe some gusty winds on the front edge of this line of storms. If you live in Seaford, 625 is when you're expecting the storms. Here at WRDE in Milton, 636 Salisbury, around 649 to 657 as that line moves south and east. And we do have a severe thunderstorm watch continuing for Sussex County, also points north and west until 8 a.m. But they have been shaving away parts of that watch box. Now, we continue in a low risk of seeing severe weather both this morning and this afternoon. Really not worried about tornadoes. The rotation with this system is just not there, but we could see some small hail, maybe strong gusty winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and rain. A lot of juice in the atmosphere, maybe 1 to 2 inch rain per rates per hour. So watch out for that. As we're watching this line moving through on Futurecast, it'll continue to move through as we go through the morning hours. I think we could get a little break late morning with 70s and 80s, and then as we go into the afternoon, we are going to warm it up, and the cold front's not here yet, so we could fire off more showers and storms. Here's 7 o'clock, Long Neck, Bethany Beach. Maybe heavy rain, vivid lightning, damaging winds. And then as we go through this evening and tonight, the front comes through. We start to dry it out on Saturday, and you'll notice a drop in humidity. Much more comfortable tomorrow, mid to upper 80s. Beautiful into Saturday evening, and then Sunday, similar conditions. Nice and dry, humidity held in check. As far as rainfall amounts, this is the latest run on this model, showing over 1.5 inches of rain in Millsboro, over 1 inch in Long Neck, Bethany Beach over 1 inch today, and Fenwick Island. So we've been getting us soaking lately with storms, and it will continue. And our winds do shift to the north, and that will bring in that drier air as we go into your Saturday. You can see that on the muggy meter. We go from humid to actually comfy for a while into the weekend, and then it does bounce up again after that. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. First alert weather day for today, 88 with the storms. Weekend looking great. Mostly sunny, low humidity. 86 Saturday, 88 Sunday, upper 80s Monday and Tuesday. Then we're into the 90s come Wednesday and Thursday.
And a reminder, you can hear WRDE news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 on 93.5 The Beach and Big 107.7. Tomatoes in Sussex County going through a bit of trouble. Farmers saying the large amounts of rain and the long stretches of heat proving to be a problem for the plant. Farmers and gardeners saying the weird weather recently is damaging tomato plants. They say the recent large amounts of rain causes them to split open, and then the heat causes them to dry out. Tomatoes are in season right now, but farmers have had to throw a lot of them away.
They throw the bad ones out and do quality check, and you just have a big pile of rotten tomatoes and stuff that you got to get rid of.
And Hatter says that he has to pick plants early when severe weather comes. Still ahead this morning, a new Narcan initiative. It's taking effect in Wycomico County. What officials say this program does to save lives.
One of the biggest summer events in the state is back this weekend. I'm Mallory Metzner. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do this weekend.
Window World, the nation's #1 replacement window company, also specializes in siding and doors too. Save $500 off a whole house of vinyl siding, many styles and colors to choose. Save $200 off entry doors, plus get a free storm door. 0% financing for 18 months available. Superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate today.
WRDE weather brought to you by Window World of Delmarva, simply the best for less.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine, you can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind.
Now get a low $309 per month lease on Rogue.
Maggie's Bayside Bar and Grill, where life is good.
Our open-air bar and restaurant with bayside dining and the best sunset view on the Eastern Shore is the place to be this summer. Mackey's is open every day during the season and features fresh seafood, chef-inspired specials, and an awesome happy hour. Visit Mackeys.com to check out our music schedule and upcoming events. Come hang out where life is good. Mackey's Bayside Bar and Grill, open all season long.
Summertime. Jay Leno and Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist to a TV classic.
Let's play You Bet Your Life.
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV.
The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine, you can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind.
Now get a low $309 per month lease on Rogue.
The Wicomico County Health Departments teamed up with the Salisbury Fire Department to initiate the Narcan Leave Behind program. Here's how it works. The fire department will start carrying Narcan kits with them. Narcan reduces the effect of an opioid overdose. If they are responding to an overdose event, but the patient refuses to go to the hospital, they will leave a kit with them. The department also says kits will be left or offered to people who first responders have identified as someone who could use it. Well, it's been really the big talker all this morning. We've been waiting and waiting for that storm to come our way. I was just told some big clouds coming in through Seaford. First Alert meteorologist Bob Triey, he's been tracking it for us all morning. Bob, what are we looking at now?
Good morning, Paige. The latest is we're seeing the storms now making their way into Sussex County out of eastern Maryland. You can see all the lightning bolts with this and all the heavy rain. Andrewsville up to Riverview. And then just west of Bridgeville, you're seeing the heavy rain back into Hurlock. And then Bucktown and Robbins as this continues to move to the south and east. So if you live in the following areas, watch out for some heavy rain, vivid lightning, and some gusty winds as well. We still have the severe thunderstorm watch until 8 a.m. UV index brought to us by Face of Grace. Despite the storm, still an 8 today, very high, right through the weekend into early next week. Make sure you have that higher SPF, find the midday shade, limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon.
All right, Bob, thank you. Well, it's Friday, and for many of you at home, we've reached your favorite part of the week. With that comes some summertime favorites. WRDE's Mallory Metzner shows us the cool things to do this weekend.
The 2023 Delaware State Fair is officially open in Harrington. The concert lineup includes Nelly on Friday, Vanilla Ice on Saturday, and Jackson Dean on Sunday. According to the Delaware State Fair, each year the Junior Livestock Auction continues the tradition that began 104 years ago by giving back to the youth participating in the livestock program at the fair. From farm animals to farm foods and fairground rides, the fair is open through July 29th. Groove into the weekend at the Rehoboth Bandstand Summer Concert Series with a 70s flashback Saturday at 8 p.m., attend a sunrise service at 8 a.m. Sunday, and listen to the Earth, Wind, and Fire Tribute Band Sunday night at 8. Boats will be docked on Hudson Fields all weekend long for the Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show. Organizers say there will be over 30 brands of boats and personal watercraft. The 19th Annual Ocean City Marlin Club Kids Classic Tournament on Saturday and Sunday benefits the Wish a Fish Foundation that hosts fishing events for special needs children and their families. And Christmas in July celebrations continue with Sodell corporate pastry chef and National Holiday Baking Championship winner Drew Tevis. He'll join Henry Bennett of Bennett Orchards at the historic Lewis Farmers Market on Saturday at 10 a.m. for a peach pastry making and tasting. Then on Sunday, taste Chef Drew's desserts at Thompson Island Holiday Baking Championship Marathon from 11:30 to 8. To register for events that require it ahead of time, we have links on our website under the Cool Things to Do tab.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Fast Buy Spicer Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guarantee.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Collaboration and teamwork is what leads us to success. And at Pam Price & Associates, our philosophy is better together. We believe in working together to find solutions for our clients to help them achieve their goals, one home at a time.
It's about building relationships and providing the best experience with results.
Whether you are buying or selling, we have the market knowledge and resources to handle all your real estate needs. So let the team at Pam Price & Associates help you get to your next destination.
It's always a good time to protect and improve your home's value. At Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, our highly trained experts are dedicated to creating beautiful, durable floors at a fair, honest price. And most jobs are completed in just 1 day. Our multi-step process uses heavy-duty, high-precision equipment to create gorgeous floors that stand the test of time. 4 times stronger than epoxy and resistant to abrasions, chemicals, and UV damage. And all residential applications are backed by a lifetime warranty. Call to schedule your free estimate. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
Delmarva's Classic Rock. Big 107.7.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us as we continue on Coast TV News Today. I'm Paige Marley. You know, we've been watching this storm heading our way for a while now, watching the radar. It's a little spooky. Every check-in with Bob, the storm's getting closer and closer to us, so we're going to check in with Bob again. Bob, what's the latest?
Paige, the latest is that line of showers and storms continues to march our way into Delaware right now. You can see all the lightning and also heavy rain with this. We'll track this from north to south. Heavy rain in Harrington right now, just west of Greenwood. Could see ponding on the roads, maybe flooding in poor drainage areas. Federalsburg seeing the heavy rain down through Buckton as well. Royal Oak seeing the heavy rain as well. Now, this line is moving south and east at around 35 to 40 miles per hour. So the following locations will feel the effects of these storms, and you'll feel it. Maybe some gusty winds, heavy rain, and lots of lightning. Severe thunderstorm watch continues for Sussex County and surrounding counties until 8 a.m. as we watch this line coming on through. And here it comes this morning, but we're not going to be done after this because we still have a cold front back to our west, and out ahead of it, still some showers and storms. And even into this evening, we could be looking at some heavy thunderstorms through about 7:30, and then they'll start to quiet down. So just pack your patience and watch out for severe weather for today, but much better weather for the weekend. I'll have that forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Better weather for the weekend. That sounds great, Bob, especially because it was a busy first day at the Delaware State Fair in Harrington yesterday. Continues into this weekend. For many Delawareans, it's a yearly tradition they won't miss, and we want to make sure that you make the most out of your time there. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in our newsroom. Heidi, thousands will be heading out to the fair this weekend, so you have some information for them.
Paige, I've got to say it, I'm also looking forward to that nice weather this weekend because I personally will be headed out to the Delaware State Fair like many of you will. But before you head out there, I've got some tips for you as you head into a busy weekend. If you headed out to the Delaware State Fair yesterday, you'll know that it just started and runs through July 29th. Admission costs $10 in person or $10.50 online for everyone age 13 and older. And there's discounts for younger children, so listen up if you have those. Starting today through Saturday, July 29th, the gates will open at 9 a.m. However, food vendors, most buildings, and grounds entertainment will begin after 11. The biggest change this year, you'll notice right when you walk in, Every person has to walk through a metal detector before entering the fairgrounds. There's more than a dozen vendors at the fair with different backgrounds, and we spoke to one man who set out to paint 10 murals in 10 days.
I'm from Connecticut, so this is close to me, and I've never been to the Delaware State Fair before, so it's just great to be able to debut my works here with the community and to show off, what I do.
So don't worry, Paige and Bob, you still got many more days to head out, but of course, many people are headed there this weekend. They're expecting thousands, and we have more on the dates and times on our website, WRDE.com. Back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. It's a lot of information, but you were telling us earlier there's a couple of easy ways for everyone to stay updated on what's going on at the fairgrounds.
Absolutely, and I just mentioned one of those ways. That's WRDE.com, of course, our website. We've broken down all the things that you need to know on there. But I've got a personal favorite way to stay updated, and it is right here on your phone, the Delaware State Fair app. They actually used to have it a few years ago, so you might remember it, but they're bringing it back this year. And let me tell you what, it's great. Right before we got on, I was scrolling through the discounts that they have, but they also have schedules, events, different things like that. So I highly recommend it. Back to you, Paige.
Heidi, thank you so much. Some breaking news from overnight. 2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked. It was part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. The China-linked hackers accessed the email accounts of U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns, as well as the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, Daniel Kritenbrink. Kritenbrink recently traveled with Secretary of State Antony Blinken to China, according to 2 U.S. officials familiar with this matter. The breach was limited to the diplomat's unclassified email accounts. A Salisbury man is dead after a hit-and-run crash yesterday morning. The Salisbury Police Department says officers responded to Route 50 and Boundary Road around 5:30 that morning. Police say 59-year-old Gregory Dennis had been riding a bicycle when he was hit, and then the driver who hit him drove away. According to the department, Dennis was taken to Tidal Health, where he later died. Those with any information about the crash are asked to call Salisbury Police Department. That number is there on your screen. It's 410-548-3165. Later today, Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to increase fines for kids and teenagers who break the town's curfew. If this is passed, the maximum fine would be increased to $300 from the original $100. This would also increase maximum fines for parents of these kids and teenagers, the same amount, only after a child's first violation. The meeting will take place at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station at 3 p.m. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin will be asking the U.S. Supreme Court to review his conviction for second-degree murder. This is in the killing of George Floyd. This comes after the Minnesota Supreme Court denied his appeal without comment in a one-page filing dated Tuesday. In April of last year, Chauvin was found guilty of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He was sentenced to 22.5 years in prison. Still more to come in our final half hour coming up. Reports show cable is falling behind in viewers compared to streaming services. Could that form of entertainment be getting slowly phased out? And Georgetown Little League softball is heading back to the regionals. We have the inside scoop on how a team is preparing this year. Also, some record-breaking heat, the impact high temperatures are having not only on the environment, but the economy. That's up next. Stay with us.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, dodge the summer slide with engaging activities at Delaware libraries, and swap blood for brew to save lives. Plus, protect your skin from the sun with holistic skincare tips. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
Performing out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce. But don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
When it comes to your home, you need a local contractor you can trust and quality you can count on. Spicer Brothers is properly licensed in Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and we're here to help.
Our team is committed to customer satisfaction, and we stand behind our work with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
Right now, finance your entire project with no interest and no payments until 2025. So, for all your exterior and bathroom remodeling needs, call the company you can trust. Spicer Brothers, we've got you covered.
Prepare for a seismic showdown as the East's most formidable travel softball teams storm the Eastern Shore, each battling to seize the esteemed title, the best of the best. Delmarva Sports Network puts you right in the heart of the action, delivering every electrifying swing, slide, and steal. Download the DSN app, stream USSSA games live, plus delve into our extensive archive of past and current games. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a premium.
It is 6:41 on this increasingly stormy Friday morning. Tidal Health Cam from Seaford, threatening skies, lightning, heavy rain coming your way here in a matter of moments as we're watching this line continuing to move off the eastern shore of Maryland on into Delaware right now. Milford, you've got some heavy rain just back to your west, back through Farmington and Greenwood, and also into Federalsburg. Really heavy rain near Hurlock, and then back into areas near Quantico and farther west from there. Here's a track with these storms moving south and east. If you live in these following communities, heads up for heavy rain, vivid lightning, and certainly gusty winds as we still have a severe thunderstorm watch through 8 a.m. UV index is still very high despite the storms as we go through the next several days. It looks like Saturday and Sunday is the highest. Make sure you have your sunscreen, find the shade limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into the early afternoon. I'll have an update on the storms coming up.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. This summer, it's starting out as the hottest in recorded world history, and it's costing billions of dollars. A new report shows last month was the hottest June on record globally, and ocean surface temperatures hit new highs for the third straight month. Heat advisories and warnings continue in much of the U.S. today, and scientists say Europe is under a heat dome. A recent study shows rising temperatures are causing about $1 billion U.S. healthcare expenses each summer. Not to mention the cost of energy, wildfires, and lost crops.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Today marks the beginning of an exciting weekend for the ladies for both Del Mar and Georgetown Little League. DSN's Kayla Santiago is with the G-Town girls last night to capture their excitement before a second straight trip to Bristol.
The Little League softball regionals are right around the corner. And for the second straight year, Georgetown is headed to Bristol, Connecticut. A season ago, Georgetown fell in the regional championship to Del Mar, just shy of one win to send them to the Little League World Series. And now, it's all about this team working together to make that extra push. That is how they got this far.
It really was just team effort. I mean, top to bottom in the lineup, we had big hits from the bottom of the order, big hits from the middle of the order, top of the order. They all came together and just really played a game.
This Georgetown squad has experience, and the returners talk about what it's like headed back to the regional stage.
I feel like it's really cool because it's usually a one chance that you get to go, so I feel like we're going to have a really good time again, and it's just really cool that we get to go there again.
Yeah, it was fun last year, but this year I think it's going to be more fun.
Best of luck to Georgetown in the regional finals.
2, 1, 2, 3, 0!
Reporting from Georgetown, Delaware for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
We'll have highlights and interviews from Bristol for both teams after each of their games next week. Stay locked on to @Delmarva Sports on social for updates. And be sure to tune in to DSN at 6 tonight for Free State versus First State Showcase Basketball at Polytech.
Still ahead this morning, streaming services ahead in viewership compared to cable. Which companies are leading the pack?
And weather-wise, it is a first alert day for the potential of severe storms, and here they are marching into Delaware, and some of them could be severe. We're watching this line for the potential of lots of lightning and heavy rain plus stronger winds. I'll have an update on impacts and timing coming up.
At the Parker Group, we're a real estate company with a mission to serve our community by helping others find their happy place.
Our innovative marketing and tech-enabled approach make the real estate process faster, easier, and more personalized than ever before.
We're fueled by our passion for this community, which drives our continuous growth and allows us to create unforgettable experiences, making every step of the journey seamless for our clients.
Here at the Parker Group, we are reimagining real estate, transforming the local landscape, and building stronger, more connected communities.
How am I gonna sell all these hot tubs? We'll help you, Mark. Well, let's go, boys.
Would this one help our achy backs?
Absolutely.
Is it gonna be easy to take care of?
With our built-in salt system, it'll be a breeze.
Is this gonna bring our stress level down?
It'll help you relax and sleep like a baby.
Can people come try them out?
Why not? No.
Yeah.
Come see us today.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, WRDE, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
It is 6:47 this morning. That's a live look there on our Dry Tech cam. You're looking at Ocean City. We checked in with OC a little earlier. Wasn't looking like this. If anything, it got a little darker as that storm continues to move our way, but that's expected. We've been talking about it all morning. It is a first alert weather day, Bob.
Yeah, and it will be getting darker as those storms near Page for sure. Sun comes up, it gets lighter, then the storms move in and it starts getting darker again with the threatening skies. So you really have to be careful out there. It is a first alert day, or at least a first alert morning for the storms that are rolling through. And make sure you scan the QR code right there. Check out the interactive radar on our weather app. It's pretty cool because it tags the storms and tells you what's associated with them. Wind, hail, tornadoes. No tornadoes, just heavy rain, lots of lightning. And here's Milford right now, seeing the heavy rain now as these storms are starting to make their way into Sussex County, Bridgeville, Bryant Park seeing the heavy rain, and back through Federalsburg into El Dorado, and then also into Sharptown, Mardellis Springs seeing it, and back into Quantico as well. Even Millsboro seeing a little shower popping up. And I did do a track on these storms moving east-southeast around 35-40 miles per hour. So Lewis will be feeling the effects around 7, Millsboro 705, Selbyville 725, and Ocean Pines around 735. So make sure you take cover from these storms and try to wait until the line moves through and then go on with your day. But if you have to go out there, be careful. Severe thunderstorm watch for Sussex County, points north, and a portion of the eastern shore of Maryland until 8 a.m. But the Storm Prediction Center has been kind of whittling away at that watch box. We do have a marginal or low chance of seeing severe weather. Not worried about tornadoes, maybe a little bit of small hail, but strong winds, especially on the front edge of this line of storms, maybe in excess of 60 miles per hour. And flooding is very possible. Poor drainage areas, certainly. A lot of ponding on the road. So just take it slow out there as we go through the morning and watch these storms moving through. I think we do get a break mid-morning for a little time. And then by the afternoon, we could be looking at things flaring up again. Now, the cold front's still back to our west. And we do have temperatures in the upper 80s this afternoon. And with the humidity, that'll still fire off some storms even through 7 p.m. So if you're out and about having dinner this evening, watch out for that. Clears out after that. We get a cold front. Winds come in out of the north on Saturday. Looking fantastic. Lower humidity. By the afternoon, we're looking at temperatures into the mid to upper 80s. A beautiful Saturday evening, and Sunday is looking nice as well. Mostly sunny skies and temperatures into the mid 80s. As far as rainfall amounts, they could be impressive. Over 1.5 inches maybe in Millsboro, over 1 inch in Long Neck, and many other cities along the coast could see that as well, as our winds are southwest, maybe stronger near some of those storms, and then they shift shift to the north as we go into your Saturday for a time, and then they shift back to the south. So we do get a little break from the humidity, especially into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday looking much drier, more comfortable, but then the humidity and heat is back next week. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 88 today, storms with the first alert day, and then the weekend looking great. Mid to upper 80s, mostly sunny, lower humidity, 80s Monday and Tuesday, then lower 90s as we go into Wednesday and Thursday.
Streaming services have officially surpassed cable as America's most watched viewing platform. Apps like Netflix and other streaming platforms capture 38% of all television viewing, compared to 31% for traditional cable, according to data published by Nielsen Show, in a sign of streaming's rapid rise. As recently as May 2021, shares were 26% for streaming, 39% for cable. But then as of June, YouTube alone comprised nearly 9% of all TV usage. Netflix captured 8.2%. It's 6:50 this morning. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. It's Friday, so we're showing you some adoptable pets. Today's first coastal pet of the day is Bubbles. You can meet this cute cat at the, oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting that. At the Georgetown Brandywine Valley SPCA. The shelter says Bubbles aspires to work in a biscuit factory when he grows up. This is too funny, I'm sorry. He will absolutely be taking naps on his break. You can meet Bubbles today. Oh, I love Fridays. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us some more photos. Tell us what makes them so special. Take a look at your screen. Email us content@wrde.com with your photos. Watch weekdays. We'll be here 5 to 7 to see the pets we feature. Sundays, don't forget, check our Facebook page. You'll see the pets that we'll feature for the upcoming week.
And we have a first alert weather day for the potential of severe weather. Many of us waking up to noisy conditions with this line of showers and thunderstorms moving in. Lots of lightning, heavy rain, maybe gusty winds as we go through the next hour or two. I'll have another check of radar plus your 10-day forecast. Weekend's looking good. I'll have that after the break.
The big Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show is July 21st through 23rd at Hudson Fields in Milton. Multiple dealers with over 30 different brands of runabouts, fishing boats, pontoons, personal watercraft, and more. July 21st through 23rd in Milton.
Not feeling well? Before you head to the emergency room, consider your options. The emergency room is for life-threatening issues. If you have an issue that is not emergent, please contact your primary care provider. They know you and your medical history and are best able to treat you. If you need care and you just can't wait, or it's after hours, visit your nearest Your DocSend Urgent Care Center or Tidal Health Immediate Care. To learn more about the most appropriate place for care, visit tidalhealth.org/where-to-go.
Our beautiful Delaware beaches give people a place to relax and unwind from their busy lives. But even in paradise, accidents and injuries can happen. From beach house rental mishaps to car accidents, unexpected injuries can turn your summer into a nightmare. That's where the Law Office of Trap Nickel comes in. Our experienced personal injury team understands the complexities of beach-related accidents and are here to fight for your rights. Don't let an unexpected injury ruin your summer. The Law Office of Trap Nickel, your priority is our priority.
In 1948, my grandfather created JD Asphalt. Starting as a small contractor, he built his company by providing the highest quality work. 3 generations later, we're still focused on laying down the best pavements possible. Whether it's commercial or residential, we deliver personalized attention with every project, bringing an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site. That way, we can deliver fast, premium results that last.
Call JD Asphalt now and ask about our 0% financing options.
I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
The big Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show is July 21st through 23rd at Hudson Fields in Milton. Multiple dealers with over 30 different brands of runabouts, fishing boats, pontoons, personal watercraft, and more. July 21st through 23rd in Milton.
6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. Chesapeake Bay getting a temporary 6-knot speed limit along the western shore. The state of Maryland saying that the limit creates a safety zone for the Bay Bridge deck replacement project. They expect the speed limit to be in effect until March 31st, 2026, with construction planned on being done the previous winter. Later today, Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to increase fines for kids and teenagers who break the town's curfew. If it's passed, the maximum fine would be increased to $300 from $100. This would also increase the maximum fines for parents of the kids and teenagers the same amount, but only after a child's first violation. That meeting takes place at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station at 3 p.m. Car fumes were up for discussion at yesterday's Rehoboth Beach Environment Committee. Committee members discussing a new ordinance to cut down on idling cars and modeling it after a similar one in Newark. The goal of the ordinance would be to address people who sit in their cars and leave them idling while maybe they're eating or waiting for passengers who get out to pick up takeout, even for people waiting to pick up their children from school. They said they would consider factors like enforceability and vehicles that must be running for equipment to work, like police cars, even refrigerated delivery trucks. The Wicomico County Health Department teamed up with the Salisbury Fire Department to initiate the Narcan Leave Behind program. Here's how it works. The fire department will start carrying Narcans with them. Narcan reduces the effects of an opioid overdose. If they're responding to an overdose event, but the patient refuses to go to the hospital, they'll leave a kit with them. The department also says kits will be left or offered to people who first responders have identified as someone who could use it. It's 6:56 now. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. One more check-in with First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. What are we looking at, Bob?
Well, we're looking at the storms page, and they mean business. Nothing severe here, but you want to definitely be vigilant to this heavy rain. We're seeing lightning popping up even around Millsboro now, Seaford, up into the Milford area too. Milford, you're seeing the heavy rain back through Seaford into Sharptown, and then Westwoods, Millsboro. We'll continue to watch these showers and storms sliding to the south and east. If you live in these following locations, take cover. Could be severe weather, but right now they are sub-severe, and we'll be seeing these on and off showers and storms all day with temperatures into the middle and upper 80s. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We have the storms today, but a beautiful weekend on the way. Lower humidity, 86 Saturday, 88 Sunday. We warm it up into next week. Looks like a heat wave kicks in end of the week into the weekend. Maybe more storms by next weekend.
All right, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News Today. Today's show is up next. That's at 7 a.m., and we'll be back at Coast TV midday. That's at 11, so stick with us. You have a great weekend and a great Friday morning, everyone.